Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to continue with our last Draw With Me sketch, this one. And we're going to pass it to Procreate to add some color and some texture. Also, I will be talking to you about how to make your illustration feel more cohesive. Let's start.
So I always start by making the outline of the illustration to leave it as a base. This step is crucial. To make your illustration feel more matched, you have to make sure that your shapes kind of come from the same family. This means that if you're using circle rounded shapes, you should try to maintain the circle and the roundness as much as you can along your drawing. And the same thing, if you're making like a more geometrical, pointed style, you have to make sure to keep it as much as you can. And I know guys, I know this seems so obvious, but it took me quite a while to understand that you have to be consistent, not only with your characters like face, toes, fingers, nose. That's kind of obvious, but everything that you draw around them, like a chair, plants, even with the shadows or texture, you should make them match to the style you're using. And if you really stick to this, you'll see how your illustrations are going to improve so much and feel so much better to the eye. So here I'm going to show you how I made the outline of the illustration in both styles. One more rounded and one more geometrical so you can see the difference. I'm going to use the rounded one because it feels more me, but you can use the one that you like the most. Also, in these two examples, I'm not being so dramatic about it, but you can really take this to another level and make like square eyes and square plants and everything. By doing these two exercises, you get to try new styles and understand which one you like the most. And also, you can see the different feelings that each style brings to the illustration. I feel like the more geometrical and pointed one leads to a more serious scene and the organic one to a relaxed scene. So here's a cool game. You make an illustration and you try it organic, then more geometrical, then 100% geometrical, like crazy geometrical, square eyes and everything, and then 100% circle. It's really fun guys, I promise you should try it. You can really see the difference between them and see how the first one's more organic and the second one's more stiff. And if you mix them up, it will probably feel a little bit awkward, like it's not right, like something's missing or something's weird. Next, the color palette. So I think that having a limited color palette helps generate relationships between the different objects or parts of your illustration, and therefore helps your art feel more cohesive. It's the same thing with texture. If you use the same texture in different parts of your drawing, it will feel unified, and like everything belongs to the same family. Next, the line and brushes that you use is also fundamental. If you use too many different brushes to outline or color the big shapes of your drawing, it will probably feel like different things somehow put together. This doesn't mean that you cannot combine your brushes or textures. You can, but you have to be consistent along your illustration. Either with 1, 2, or 3 brushes or texture, you should maintain them along your illustration. And my last advice is to keep with your proportions as much as you can. So you know, my characters always have like these small heads and big bodies and big hands and feet. That's cool. And if you draw with weird proportions as me, that's amazing guys. But you have to keep in mind that you have to be consistent and maintain them all around your drawing.
anything.
So this is the final product, guys. I really love it. Even though I struggle a little bit with the color palette, I think it turned out great. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to give my video some love and subscribe to my channel if you want to keep drawing with me. See ya, guys!